Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of John Matrixx Talks Movies. If this is your first time visiting the channel, please hit subscribe to catch future videos from me. Today, let's talk about the character of Rey and her parents. Now, we've always believed, at least according to George Lucas, that Star Wars, the main sagas, were always about family. It was called the Skywalker Saga. In the original trilogy, we saw the relationship between Luke and his father Anakin, also known as Darth Vader. And it was all about the son trying to redeem his father and bring him back to the light. In the prequel trilogy, we saw a young Anakin and his mother enslaved. And it was always about Anakin growing up, trying to do the right things, his relationship with his wife, but eventually he fell to the dark side. Now, we come to the sequel trilogy, and the main character is not a Skywalker, as far as we know so far. In The Last Jedi, we learned that Rey, who is the main character of the sequel trilogy, her parents were nobody of importance. She has no relations to the Skywalkers whatsoever. So I'm wondering now, will we or will we not actually find out who her parents are? And there's been a lot of speculation from a lot of people on YouTube, a lot of people in the fan base, that, hey, she's probably a Kenobi. In my opinion, she cannot be a Kenobi. The only way to justify the sequel trilogy as being a Skywalker saga is to make her an actual Skywalker. Now, you'll hear people say that, well, Kylo Ren, he's a Skywalker. Yes, he is, but he is a side character. He is not the main character in any of the two movies that have come out, and I highly doubt that he will be the main character in Star Wars Episode 9. So by putting Rey front and center in front of everybody, in front of Luke, in front of Kylo Ren, and she's not a Skywalker, that kind of devalues calling the sequel trilogy a Skywalker saga. The only way to do it to me is to really make her a Skywalker. Now, the tricky part is, how do they do it? Will they make Rey and Kylo Ren brother and sister? Did Han and Leia have a secret child or something? Or did Leia have a secret child with someone else? Because I'm not too sure how long Han and Leia were actually married together before they actually split apart. I don't really know, but I'm assuming that it wasn't too long after Kylo Ren fell to the dark side, so that timeline really won't work. Now, Luke, as far as we know, never was married. He was pretty much dedicated to his Jedi temple until Kylo Ren destroyed it all, and he actually went into hiding. So where, during the 20 to 25 years of Rey's life, would he actually have time to have a child? And as far as we know, Luke didn't even know who she was. He had no idea who she was. Leia, Han, they really didn't acknowledge her as anybody either. Now, if you're looking at Luke as the father, one of the major problems that I see happening is, during the time period of when he was actually training Jedi, he was actually away on a secret planet. Nobody knew the name of the planet and where it was. So it's highly unlikely that he would have a wife and that he would actually have time to have a child. So Rey, she's polarizing when it comes to who her parents were. If you look in The Force Awakens, you do see that she is like screaming for someone to come back. And Rey actually said, or Daisy Ridley, I should say, said that we saw her parents in The Force Awakens. Now, she was around, I would say, 5 or 6 years old when she was dropped off on Jakku. I think that is old enough to actually know who your parents are. I can remember, you know, when I was like 4 or 5 years old, I can remember my parents pretty easily. So I don't think she would have like a memory wipe or anything. I think she knows deep down inside who her parents are. But still, to actually call this a Skywalker saga without her being a Skywalker, it doesn't make any sense. It's not a Skywalker saga. We've even heard Kathleen Kennedy call this a Skywalker saga. And we heard that this is going to be the end of the Skywalker saga. But to me, it's just not a Skywalker saga unless she's an actual Skywalker. I don't know, maybe she's a cousin of Luke or something. Maybe Luke finds out that he had cousins or something like that. And knowing the way that Disney would do things with this, it would probably be an extended canon to actually connect all the dots if that was to actually happen. And I'm not a fan of that. You shouldn't have to use outside resources to actually justify something like this. But what do you guys think about this? Rey, she really needs to be a Skywalker in Star Wars Episode 9. Do they need to connect the dots to truly justify this being a Skywalker saga? Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. If you're new here to the channel, please hit subscribe to catch future videos from me, and we will catch you on the next video. John Matrixx, out.